Boss wanted to take away the only reason I stayed in the company, so I found a way to get it back. This isn't as good as many I've read here, but when you're pissed off, a win feels really good. I work in an industry I loathe. I prefer helping people one-on-one to improve their lives however I can, but life brought me to a corporate hellhole full of negativity, an overly ambitious hipster CEO. Enough money for swag but not enough money to hire enough people for each department, so everyone suffers with stupid swag no one cares about. Turnover rate is wild. I work in an essential, often overlooked section of the company. We handle massive volumes of clients who choose our company or leave. Vague on purpose, national company. We handle legal contracts, keeping new clients happy before we send them to their new team, and a million other tiny tasks that need to be done precisely or it'll ruin other departments and we could lose tons of money. Anyway, all of that to say there is not one person in this company that knows every aspect of our specific role and how to keep everything afloat. My team lead decided it was time to leave and pursue her dream career after nearly 6 years perfecting this role. 4 of those years were with me. Me being the anal, procedure perfecting, anxious about making any mistake type person. We were the backbone of the sector. Dream team. So of course when she left she told all the bosses who praised the ground she walked upon that I should get the job. She knew full well I hated this place but I was waiting for something perfect to come along. But she also knew I am the only one who could hit the ground running. I didn't exactly want the job but we would all end up suffering and I'd end up training without the extra pay. So I reluctantly took it. The sheer amount of stress of cross-training for 2 weeks for this position while already doing my full duties, an extremely stressful job in itself. And picking up the slack for both of us while she tied up loose ends. Me creating far more detailed procedures prior to her leaving, already made me so stressed out I was having chest pains, breaking down, and wanting to quit. This being a shit company with horrible leadership, I didn't even get my contract until several weeks after I accepted the job and discussed the terms. And they still haven't backfilled my position, so I am still suffering a few months after I started training. No increased payment for the training and extra work I had to endure, and chose the start date after the training was done. I have been losing hair, breaking out, having nightmares, bursting into tears. Had to find a therapist because I have been pushing myself to be the best I can while being set up for failure and have zero support, and I care about a job well done but I am just failing no matter how many extra hours I put in on evenings and weekends. Mental health is going down the drain . Anyway, on to the actual malicious compliance. 1. I started work at 7:30 am for 4 years. This helped a lot with my work-life balance because I am a single mom and I can be home a bit earlier to take care of them. 2. We have the option to opt into working an extra 25 minutes each day to get a half day on every second Friday. Some people don't care about it, but I found this incredibly useful, especially for doctor appointments and to use only a half-day vacation for a full day off. Strategic. This meant I worked from 7:30 am to 4:25 pm. We have an hour unpaid lunch we had to take. These 2 things were the reason I stuck around this long. These kept me sane and allowed me to be there for my kids as much as I could, and still be fully mentally there for them. Well, I was told that if I decide to become a team lead I have to start at 8:30 and end at 5 p.m. I asked if that could be modified at all. The answer was no. Pissed. I'm thinking I am already taking on far more stress and now I have less time with my children too. And the kids see my suffering as much as I try to hide it. I am then told that I will no longer get every second Friday as a half day either. So no more working the extra 25 minutes a day. The reasoning was, we need you here during normal business hours. Fuck you, but makes sense. For a company who needs me to keep this business going. No one was budging on this, and as someone who already hates this place and feels no one gives a shit about my mental health and how I have even been injured for this company, I shut down. So I logged into the system to book days off every second Friday, and asked my old team lead to accept them right before she left. She said gladly. So now I have every second Friday off. I don't work the extra 25 minutes a day. I get paid way more and I am using my new title to find a better job. Less work for more money while I hand in resumes. I am trying to learn to be okay with failure in the meantime. Woosah. Whenever we have a meeting where the boss asks if they should be aware of any time off, I just smile and remind them that I have the usual every second Friday as a half day. They just nod. Smiley face. The end.